Hello, and welcome to our Lunch and Learn on Pro and Prebiotics. I'm Brenda Gridley, the East Valley Dietitian, and this is Lauren Duda, our West Valley Dietitian.
So what are probiotics? Probiotics are a combination of live beneficial bacteria or yeast that naturally live in your body. Probiotics are made up of good bacteria that helps keep your body healthy and working well. This good bacteria helps you in many ways, including fighting off bad bacteria when you have too much of it, helping you feel better overall. Probiotics are a part of a larger picture concerning bacteria and your body, which is called your microbiome. Think of a microbiome as a diverse community of organisms, such as a forest, that work together and keep your body healthy. This community is made up of things called microbes. You have trillions of microbes on and in your body. These microbes are a combination of bacteria, fungi, including yeast, viruses, and protozoa. So where do probiotics live? Though the most common place is linked to the beneficial microbes in your gut, mostly the large intestines. You also have several locations on your body that host good microbes. These locations are in contact with the outside world and include your gut, mouth, vagina, urinary tract, skin, and lungs. So how do they work? The main job of probiotics is to maintain a healthy balance in your body, almost like keeping it in neutral. These good bacteria help keep you healthy by supporting your immune function and controlling inflammation. Certain types of good bacteria also help your body digest food, keep bad bacteria from getting out of control and making you sick, create vitamins, help support the cells that line your gut to prevent bad bacteria that you may have consumed, let's say through food or drinks, from entering your blood. They also help with breaking down and absorbing medications. So good bacteria is just a natural part of your body. Eating a well-balanced diet rich in fiber helps to keep the number of good bacteria at their proper levels. So let's go over microbiomes. No two people have the same microbial cells, even twins are different. For a microbe to be called a probiotic, it must have several characteristics. These include being able to be isolated from a human, survive in your intestine after ingestion or being eaten, have a proven benefit to you, and be safely consumed. So the most common types of bacteria, there's two specific bacteria that are common in the probiotics that you may have seen in stores. These include lactobacillus and bifidobacterium. Probiotics are also made up of good yeast. The most common type of yeast found in probiotics is Saccharomyces boulardii. So good food sources of these live active cultures you can find in the stores, looking at the label. A lot of these you may know already, like yogurt, kefir, other products such as buttermilk, sourdough bread, cottage cheese, kombucha, tempeh, fermented pickles, fermented sauerkraut, kimchi, and miso soup. So storing our probiotics is super important. Several probiotic strains are very fragile and need to be protected from heat, oxygen, light, and humidity. The probiotics might start to break down or die if exposed to these elements. So refrigerating certain probiotic strains ensures that they'll be viable when you go to use them, and they'll be still provide the full benefit of the probiotic. So as you've probably seen, certain brands are shelf stable, others require refrigeration. Both are equally beneficial, luckily, and the Saccharomyces boulardii should be avoided if the port is present.
And this is because it is a yeast, and it can act as like a yeast infection on your port site if ingested.
So are probiotics safe for everyone? Because microbes you use as probiotics already exist naturally in your body, probiotic foods and supplements are generally considered safe. They may trigger allergic reactions and may also cause mild stomach upset, such as diarrhea or flatulence or passing gas, and bloating for the first few days as you start to take them. There are certain people who need to use caution when using probiotic supplements. There is risk of infection in some people. These individuals include those who have a weakened immune system, such as those going through chemotherapy, a critical illness, or a recent surgery. So an important time to take probiotics is after taking antibiotics. So there is some positivity taking probiotics after using antibiotics. So while antibiotics are killing the bad bacteria in your body, they are also knocking out the good bacteria. Some people develop conditions like diarrhea after taking an antibiotic. In other people, this may allow for the bad bacteria to take over and populate the gut, which would cause something called C. diff. Some research has shown a positive connection between taking probiotics after an antibiotic and relief from diarrhea. So the thought behind adding probiotics back into your body after taking an antibiotic is that it can repopulate the good bacteria that was destroyed by the antibiotics and reboot your system.
Okay, so now going on to prebiotic foods and their benefits. Prebiotics you can think of more of like the fertilizer you're going to add to the soil. They're going to help feed the good bacteria or your probiotics. They can help regulate bowel movements, also help your bones mineralize and absorb calcium and phosphorus. They can produce neurotransmitters that go back and forth between your gut and your brain, and they can help trigger mood changes and other processes, even help with satiety or feelings of fullness. They can improve immune system functions, enhance your anti-inflammatory responses, and they increase the production of good bacteria and decrease bad bacteria that can cause certain diseases. They are a good source of soluble fiber, but cooking can affect how the prebiotics are available, because when you heat up to certain temperatures, it can change the composition, based on how you cook it. So there are certain foods that are high in these prebiotics. There's the resistant starches. They resist digestion and end up as a main food source for microorganisms in your colon. So when these are broken down, they produce a compound called butyrate, which helps with electrolyte absorption, immune system, and anti-inflammatory processes. Some common types would be boiled potatoes, green bananas. When the banana ripens, it loses some of these prebiotics, so that's why it's specifically the green bananas. Barley, oats, rice, beans, and other legumes. Inulin is another form of prebiotics. It's a fiber that is found in plants. It can aid in regular bowel movements, satiety, which is that feeling of fullness, stabilizes blood sugars because of the fiber content, can also lower LDL or your bad cholesterol. And there have been studies that it may reduce risk of colon cancer. Various foods would be your asparagus, burdock root, chicory root, garlic, leeks, onions, which are great because a lot of times we just add these seasonings to our foods. Also wild yams, your soybeans, Jerusalem artichokes, and dandelion greens. Their inulin is available in a supplement form, but consuming these foods gives an additional benefit because they contain the antioxidants and the vitamins, also the fiber that would not be found in a supplement form. Then we have our pectin. If you know how to make jellies or jams, this is the main ingredients for it. It's also an antioxidant and has anti-tumor properties. There have been studies that show that pectin may enhance the skin cells of your intestinal lining, protecting from bacterial diseases and improving the diversity of your biome. Pectin is found in apples, apricots, carrots, green beans, peaches, raspberries, tomatoes, and potatoes. So there are times when you should and shouldn't take prebiotics. When you are going to begin taking these, when you've decided that this is something you want to try, you need to gradually introduce these foods into your diet. Otherwise, gas and bloating can occur. And one thing to consider is that these microorganisms in your biome are more active during the day because we are on a circadian rhythm. So try to avoid eating these foods late at night. Of note, if you have any form of IBS, this can make digesting certain prebiotics difficult, especially in our stone fruits like peaches, mangoes, and cherries. So in summary, probiotics and prebiotics can work together to enhance your microbiome, preventing from certain diseases and even cancers. The best source is to always try to get them from, your foods, because they're going to contain the antioxidants, additional vitamins, and the fiber. But if you, do go to the supplement form, there are very many products out there. There could be refrigerated or shelf stable, which can have just as much benefits. Okay, well, thank you for joining us today on our presentation on pro and prebiotics.
For more information on diet and other nutrition related topics, please visit the Ironwood YouTube channel. Thank you.